Episode 31, Reunion of Li Susu and Cang Jiumin. Zhao Yu brought Cang Jiumin to participate in the Xianmen competition and introduced him to Chu Xuanzi, the head of the Chu family. Chu Xuanzi stated that his daughter Li Susu was not here, but he will call her over so they can meet, but Cang Jiumin said no and that if Susu and him has fate then they will meet naturally. Cang Jiumin took the opportunity to inquire about the relationship between Gong Yi Ji Wu and Xiao Lin 500 years ago. Chu Xuanzi said that Gong Yi Ji Wu was not an ordinary person, he was born with no parents. He was a clan brother of Bu Su who died without a known cause. Bu Su used the magic weapon Bing Jingzhan to store and nourish his soul. Finally, the weapon transformed into a child and was given the name Gong Yi Ji Wu by Chu Xuanzi. After Cang Jiumin left, Chu Xuanzi recognized his true identity and confirmed it with Zhao Yu. When Zhao Yu asked if he was going to dissuade Cang Jiumin from becoming his apprentice, Chu Xuanzi said no. He stated that he has a good perception of people and believes that Cang Jiumin would be a good apprentice and that he would point him in the right direction as he is a good person. Cang Jiumin successfully communicated with Pang Izhi's phantom with magical spells. He learned that Pang Izhi can resurrect the dead, with human blood, lovers' tears, and the hair and skin of the dead. Cang Jiumin realized that one of his eyes actually belongs to Ishiwu and that if he needs it he will just pull his eyeballs out. Pang Izhi opened the soul-gathering circle in the place where the spiritual power is most prosperous. Pang Izhi tried to convince him not to bring Ishiwu back to life because it is against the natural law of life and death, but he said he waited 500 years to find her and he can't stop him. Gongye Jiwu had a heart-to-heart talk with Cang Jiumin. Gongye Jiwu said he didn't know how to get in touch with Li Susu because her temperament changed drastically. Cang Jiumin thought that Li Susu's mind had opened up now, and it might be a new beginning for the two of them, so don't be discouraged. Gongye Jiwu also talked about his thoughts. Cang Jiumin said he was from 500 years ago, and he was once ignorant. Later, he met someone, she taught him love and now he loves her. They both also talked about how they each feel like they are longtime buddies. Gongye Jiwu said that no matter what happened in the past, Cang Jiumin was still his friend, which moved Cang Jiumin very much. Cang Jiumin asked Gongye Jiwu about the art of concentrating souls. He went to the library alone to look for books about demons, and accidentally learned that concentrating souls is a forbidden technique for demons. Li Susu found that the progress of practicing the ruthless Tao was slow, and sealing the evil bones in the body was not a long-term solution, so she planned to find ways to consult the books of the demons. Li Susu went to the library and found the book in Zangshu Pavilion, the same book that Cang Jiumin just placed back on the shelf. Cang Jiumin just remembered there is one more thing he needs to read in that book and went to retrieve it, but Li Susu was leaving with the book. Cang Jiumin chased Li Susu, who hurriedly left with the book, but was not able to see her face. A crow flew over to Cang Jiumin to inform of his findings. Li Susu learned from the book that the source of the devil's body is immortal, and the evil bone will not disappear, but she can only temporarily use the spiritual power of Chengza Mountain and the power of the heavy feather to temporarily suppress the evil bone. Cang Jiumin learned from the book that the blood of the Wugo immortal body can be used to activate the soul-gathering circle. He remembered Gongye Jiwu's talk about Li Susu's Wugo immortal body, and planned to revive Yishiwu in this way. Cang Jiumin saw the lakeside that Yishiwu had mentioned in Hengyangzong, and heard the familiar sound of a harp, but when he found it, he did not find the fairy figure, because Li Susu's felt a sudden pain and left. In order to seal the evil bone, Li Susu had to rush back to Tianqi to meditate and practice, but the two missed meeting again. In order to find the seal of washing marrow, Si Ying and Jing Mian came to Dimian to inquire about the news of opening the seal of the fairy world. They did not expect that Dimian was willing to teach them the method, but they did not know that this was also the way Dimian wanted to break the seal of the demon god and leave. Cang Jiumin accidentally learned the reasons and results of the formation of demon gods from generation to generation from his seniors, and everyone in the demon clan is also trying their best to find the magic evil fetus. Once the magic evil fetus is awakened, the consequences will be disastrous. the Immortal Gate Grand Competition is coming soon, and the sects of the Immortal Gate all gather to discuss how to deal with Si Ying and the two demons. Zhao Yu and Chu Xuanzi suggest that the Immortal Gate Grand Tournament be set in the god realm of the Supreme Purity to deliberately attract the two demons to come. So that they can deal with them, Cang Jiumin and his clan brothers all gather for a barbecue. He learned from his senior brothers that the great competition of the Immortal Gate will be held in the Shangqing god realm, and that Li Susu, the goddess of Yuling, will also go there. He intends to take the opportunity to ask Li Susu for a drop of Wugo's blood. Yuya said that a lot of the different clan brothers are trying to see and meet Li Susu. In order to prevent Li Susu from being harassed by Deng disciples, Yuya planned to pretend to be Li Susu to play tricks on the clan brothers. The day of the Xianmen Grand Competition is approaching, and Si Ying and Jingmie pretend to be disciples of Beichen Xingjuan of Zisu Prefecture to participate in the competition, and Yuya also pretends to be Li Susu to appear at the competition scene. Everyone entered the arena to catch demons and compete. Young Master Tsin of the Qishao sect harassed goddess Yuling aka Li Susu, but it was Yuya, but was stopped by the announcing of the rules for the competition. They can gather in no more than 3 in a group to catch as many demons as they can to place inside the pouch. Cang Jiumin ditched his clan brothers to wander around alone. Li Susu and Gongye Jiwu was at the competition. Li Susu told him she wanted to wander around by herself and for him not to worry. Si Ying and Jingmie brought her Baiyu into the Shangqing god realm, where they wanted to find the Shisui seal. They sent him to search. Yuya, pretending to be Li Susu, was catching demons and the young Master Tsin grabbed them from her. The nasty men outnumber Yuya and Cang Jiumin appeared just in time to rescue her at the critical moment. He forced Mr. Tsin to apologize to Yuya. Tsin gave the pouch back to Cang Jiumin and he gave it back to the owner Yuya. Gongye Jiwu bumped into Si Ying and Jingmie and felt something weird about them as they were leaving. He was sent there on a special mission to find them and capture them. Li Susu came to the Yuqing Palace in the divine realm of the Upper Qing dynasty. Thinking that Sangjiu and Mingye's wedding would be held here, Li Susu found it too difficult for her to forget Tantai Jin. She wondered how Tantai Jin can move on and she can't. Cang Jiumin expressed to Yuya that he wanted to ask for a drop of blood from Wugo god body to revive his wife Yuanshan. He is willing to trade anything for it. Yuya had no choice but to confess her true identity, which made Cang Jiumin a little regretful. When Cang Jiumin came to Yuqing Palace, he accidentally found Li Susu's figure. What surprised him even more was that Li Susu and his wife Shiwu looked exactly the same.